He's a dentist's nightmare. Tough. That's Freddy Martinez and his friend Kara. They're not afraid of anything. But that was before they went exploring in Freddy's basement. Before they found the secret room. Before they found the bottle of vampire breath. Poor Freddy and Kara. They should have never opened the bottle of vampire breath. Because now there's a vampire in Freddy's basement. And he's very, very thirsty.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Goosebumps Overviews, the show where we talk about Goosebump books and judge them on their merit. Tonight's episode is a real stinker, and boy, let me tell you, I really didn't want to do this episode. But I'm devoted to you guys, so here we are, episode 49, Vampire Breath. I got this book from Gordon Freeman, apparently. That's what happens when you get books online, I guess. Anyway, I don't really like this book, but let's go into it with some happy thoughts. The cover is... oh boy. Kinda boring. Oh. Okay, the roses dying just to show off that the vampire breath smells bad is kind of silly. Why is he holding roses in that coffin? Is this even a coffin? Doesn't look like a coffin to me. Looks like a treasure chest. Area that we're in kind of sends off that medieval times vibe, which we do kind of get. So I would say that Tim Jacobus did fairly well, given the source material. Although it is a little bit claustrophobic. The only interesting design here, the only unique design, is the vampire. And I'm really stretching on this when I say it's a unique design, because it is just kind of a beat-up vampire, really. Which I guess kind of connects to the book. But when I look at this guy, I don't really see a vampire. I see Christopher Lloyd's character from Food Fight.
Oh, I'll make space.
And if you're gonna make me think of Food Fight, then that is just... yeah, you've just failed right there. If I have to mention Food Fight in a review, that's just like a penalty. From now on, guys, that is a penalty for anything I review. God, I still have nightmares from that movie. When that squirrel started crying shit, oh God, that really disturbed me. Don't watch that movie. If you love God and the world and children, do not watch that movie. Burn every copy. Okay, Vampire Breath. It is about two best friends, Kara and Freddy, which at first when I read this I was a bit confused because I remember the episode, they were like brother and sister. But me mentioning the episode for this is just as bad as me mentioning Food Fight, because Vampire Breath, the episode, is the worst episode in the Goosebumps series, hands down, and so is this book. I'm sorry guys, I can't get through this without saying how much I hate this one. Ugh. Freddy and Kara, they're tough kids. They're constantly, telling each other, man, we're tough. Honestly, if you gotta tell someone you're tough, you're not. And that's the vibe I'm getting from these kids. So I guess that's somewhat of a character development, but we don't really get much of an arc from that. Like most Goosebump books, of course. So Freddy and Kara are rummaging around the house when they accidentally knock over a bookcase, revealing a secret door that none of them have ever seen before. Of course, when you're a kid in those days, you don't just wait for your parents to get home to check out this new area. You explore it. And hey, that's sound logic from a kid's perspective. If I was a kid and I found a secret building, a secret room in my basement, if I had a basement, I'd be all like, hell yeah, I'm checking that out. So I'm not gonna fault them for checking out a new area. That's just the curiosity of children. It's a reasonable thing to go. A few reviews I watched, they called them stupid for that, but I just feel like those people who said that were never children. Either that or they just forgotten the adventure. So they explore this new room and to find out that it's completely empty. Well, that was a waste.
But wait! There's more!
There's a coffin in the back room. They open it to find out that it's empty. Well, that was a waste.
But wait! There's more!
There's a bottle in the coffin. A bottle labeled vampire breath. So they open the bottle and it smells horrible and they close it. The end.
But wait! There's more!
There's a body in the coffin. An old man. A bald, creepy, skeleton-like old man. A vampire. So this old man threatens to bite the kids, but it turns out as soon as he's about to bite them, he doesn't have any teeth. Well, that's sad. This book kind of brings in a new aspect of the vampire lore. You see, basically, these are classic vampires that you would see in Dracula, except they get their power from something called vampire breath. Alongside blood, they need the vampire breath to retain their powers, memories, and stuff like that. But it also has some other unique elements into it. Time travel. That's right, guys. There's time travel in this book. And it's kinda stupid. I don't know. I don't really understand how it works. I guess if you smell the breath, you can just like go back in time. Yeah, it's not really explained. It just kind of happens. I guess R.L. Stine was figuring, hey, this one secret room that we uncovered is literally just one room, and it'd be kind of boring if the whole story took place in that one room. With such cookie-cutter characters as we have here. But I don't know. That direction was kind of weird. But it is unique. It's very unique, I'll give you that. Honestly, I would say that some of the better parts of this book do take place when they go back into 1880 and Count Nightwing's castle. I guess there's some interesting parts with that as we get to explore the world of the vampires, but what really ruins it is just nothing is really explained. It's just we're exploring this world that we know nothing about and we'll get to know nothing about. It's just minor details. And the vampire breath is just kind of, plot MacGuffin. The ending is stupid. It's very stupid. The only thing that makes it worse is the very last dark ending twist at the end is even more stupid. And it's probably around the lines of I came from beneath the sink levels of retarded. Because, yeah, it's kind of dumb. No, it's not kind of dumb, it's completely dumb. Completely. Thanks, Vampire Breath. You made my voice go hoarse. The amount of bullshit you've made me yell at. God. So, you want to know the ending to Vampire Breath? Well, it turns out, the threats that Count Nightwing... By the way, the vampire is called Count Nightwing. Yeah, original. So Count Nightwing was basically threatening these kids to drink their blood and turn them into vampires and shit. And eventually the kids get home by smelling the vampire breath. I don't know how that works. Again, they get home and they go to their parents and like, Mom, Dad, help, we're being chased by a vampire. Well, it turns out that by some weird hocus pocus shit that still really isn't explained, or very detailed as we get revealed to this in the last few pages, Count Nightwing is Freddy and Kara. It's just Freddy's, I guess, in this version. Just Freddy's grandfather. And Freddy's parents are, the children of Count Nightwing. Or just the mother, anyway. And they're all like, oh, yeah, Freddy, you're a vampire. We're gonna go take Grandpa to get his teeth and go eat. See you later. Bye. And it kind of just ends off there until Kara finds a bottle of, was it werewolf musk or werewolf breath or something? I don't even remember what it was. It was something stupid. What was it? Yeah, so the twist at the end is that Kara opens a bottle of werewolf sweat and growls. The end. First of all, that's stupid. Second of all, I kind of want to know what happens. Is she going to turn into a werewolf, or is there a werewolf going to appear in the bathroom sink? Come on, man, what's going to happen? I want to know. I mean, the vampire breath made a vampire appear. They didn't turn into a vampire when they opened that. What's going on here? This book is a mess, and I mean that. It is a mess. There is a lot of stuff here. None of it gets explained. And it's just kind of boring, really. I found myself, like, trying to... I was forcing myself to not skip chapters because I was just so bored. But it does shine a light on some certain aspects of vampires, and it adds some clever things to the lore, I guess. But it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring, confusing, and stupid. 4 out of 10. Cell Block says skip. Alright guys, that has been my review on Vampire Breath. As I said before, PU, fuck off book. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for next episode when we talk about,